Time for a fat tested walkthrough of Cedar Point. This is my first time here and unfortunately only have one day, so not sure we'll get through everything, but hopefully we will. Let's start off on something that I'm always a big fan of, and that is the carousel. I appreciate this. I love that design. I also really love this old band organ. So the ones on the outside do not go up and down. Look at this tail. That's crazy. I've never seen tails like this on one. All right, I was able to hop up on here. There's no belts on any of them, so that's nice. The carousel passes the fat test. On to the next one. Motion is unfortunately down. This is just a swinging ship. Usually we don't have a problem with these. All right, our first big ride is going to be Raptor. And you have to be 54 inches tall to ride. May not accommodate guests of a larger size. All right, now what I'm told is they have a lot of test seats here, which is going to be great. And this one is clearly the more adaptable one because it has the two belts for testing. So let's try it out. Oof.
Just take a step or
All right, so clearly we have quite a ways to go on that. Okay, for that it came to about right there. So I have a little ways to go for that one. Clearly we're ways off on that one. The Raptor fails the fat test. On to the next one. Next up is Blue Streak. This coaster was originally built in 1964. Probably because it's so old, they do not have a test seat on this one. So we'll have to just try the ride.
So for back riders, how was this ride? At this time, please don't continue. We'll be on the next track.
Sorry guys. As I expected, that seat design, very common at these parks, and unfortunately does not pass the fat test. I can't really get into that seat. On to the next one. Next up is Val Raven. Oh! Nope, I think. All right, Val Raven does not pass the fat test. On to the next one. I am very grateful that they have a lot of test seats here. Next up is Cadillac Motor Cars, which is an old 10-car ride, and for the first time ever, this one has a test seat. I think this is actually just oh, they do have a seat belt on it, but they're always really long. They're just bench seats with seat belts, but you can come get this one actually has a photo opportunity. You have to be 4 inches tall or with a companion. Next up is Cedar Downs, which kind of looks like a carousel, but so it's very similar to a carousel. And it's pretty fast. Yeah, that's much faster than a carousel. I've been to a lot of theme parks and never had one like that before. Next up is the Sky Ride. Yeah. 48 inches tall to ride alone. A ride with supervising companion. Maximum weight per unit is 360 pounds. Thank you. No problem. Next group is the Yellow X. Somebody explain why I chose to ride backwards on this thing. So yeah, we are on an island. There's a beach over there you can enjoy for free. There's also a water park here. That is an extra charge unless you have a certain season pass. I actually have that pass, But due to time, I have a feeling I'm not actually going to make it to that. We're going over Kitty Kingdom right now. All of these rides are, except for maybe the carousel. Why do they have two carousels? I don't get that. But it's 54 inches or less to ride. So this thing was apparently built in 1962. The breeze is really nice up here. I think that's the good thing about it being open air. This just feels such like a cool place. I really wish I could be here when it was cooler and have more time and not be rushing through it. I'm gonna have to come back again in the fall. Sky ride passes the fat test. On to the next one. Next up is the Iron Dragon, which I think is very similar to the Bat at Kings Island. Now it does say you have to be 42 inches tall to ride and may not accommodate larger guests, so let's find out. Sorry, what?
Hey, Mike, can you here for a moment?
Looks like it's good to go. I love that ride system. It's so much fun. Now then, it passes the fat test. On to the next one. Fat testing Siren's Curse here at Cedar Point. So apparently this is the ride, so I can't do the test seat for it. That's what it looks like. It's got that exact vertical drop, which is terrifying. They're testing it right now. This opens Saturday from when I'm here. All right, we know from that seat system, it doesn't look like it's going to pass, but I can't be sure on that, unfortunately. But with that vertical drop, I would highly doubt it. Next up is Cedar Point and Lake Erie Railroad. So there's no narration or anything on this, but man, is it nice and chill ride. I kind of like it. Yes, we do have some theming.
Oh, that's not bad. Well, I mean, it died a second time. Yeah.
Okay, next up is Millennium Force. Apparently the original Giga Coaster. You have to be 48 inches tall to ride, less than 78 inches tall. So here is the test seat. There's a belt and a lap bar. Sir, question for you. I don't see a light. How do you know if this is down far enough?
It doesn't lock. It's really just seeing if it does lock. It's seeing if
There's no. Is there any way to know if this goes down enough? Or?
it's really just a seatbelt.
Oh, it's really just the seatbelt? Okay. So if the seatbelt works, we'll be good on the ride. But I'm guessing the seatbelt is not going to work, unfortunately. Alrighty. So he was telling me if you can get the seatbelt on, that the bar just kind of lays in place. It's not really a light that you have to get or a certain point. So if you can get the seatbelt to work, you can get it to work. Unfortunately, I could not do so. So it fails the fat test for me. On to the next one. So they have actual horses you can ride if you want to take a horse out. You have to be under 200 pounds for that. Horsey. There's a camel. There's two camels. Hi, camels. And goats. This is the barnyard. Next up is Thunder Canyons. It's the Rapids. You have to be 46 inches tall to ride. I didn't want to risk my camera getting wet, but so that was so there's 2 seats together, and then you have to put a buckle around both of you. I had the 2 seats to myself, and the belt buckle fit perfectly, much larger and would not have fit. So probably if there was another person in that seat, it would not have fit either. But if you just tell them you need 2 of the seats to yourself, it did pass the fat test. And it was nice to get wet. On to the next one. So Wave Swingers is all single seats. These never work for me, so we'll just go ahead and skip this one because I know it does not pass the fat test. All right, next up is Maverick. I've heard good things about this one. You have to be 52 inches tall to ride, under 78 inches, and may not accommodate guests of a larger size. All right, here it is, and here is the test seat. We can make this work.
Best pass is around the corner to the right.
You never knock it till you try.
I've heard this one is fairly giving.
It is. You're gonna watch your head and arms, and probably the neck fan too.
Well, that broke.
Oh no.
It's okay.
That sucks.
All right.
All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready. How far can we get it?
Not quite far enough, but you're close.
We're very close here.
Oh yeah.
All right.
We're getting close. You got this.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
It's okay. I don't want to. So hopefully you guys got to see that. It was actually pretty close. I think he might have been in the way. But yes, it was very, very close on that one. But close only counts in hand grenades and horseshoes. And that was a ride. So no, did not pass the fat test. This is the other place, the train. Right, next up is Steel Vengeance. Yes. Right over here. Nope, I don't think we're gonna get it to go green.
Nope.
Oh well, nope, that's okay. Next up is Cedar Creek Mine Ride. To be 48 inches tall, may not accommodate guests of a larger size. 5-minute wait. So there's 2 individual seat belts. Now this one's going to have a challenge because it's one of those that I think all the bars on all the rows have to go down at once. So, yeah.
Incoming riders, please enter the train carefully and sit on one side of the line.
There was a guy that was smaller than me, plus size of course, but smaller than me. They couldn't get it to go work either. Especially tall people on that ride are going to have a rough time. So, unfortunately, it does fail the fat test. Next up is Skyhawk. We've seen this before. It goes over the gut, so makes it a lot harder. They do have a slingshot, but this is an additional charge. Well, I was gonna fat test Gemini next, but it looks like I see him walking all up to doing an evac. So unfortunately, no test seat, and they're doing an evac right now, which means it's gonna be down for a while. Most of the rides in Camp Snoopy are the same ones we did at Kings Island. They might be named something different, but they're very similar. So we're gonna skip this for now because of time restraints. And if time allows, I'll come back and redo these. But otherwise, I'm gonna base everything on what we did at Kings Island. By the way, if you want an easy to read one page of all of the rides I've done and get with a color coded list, green for really easy, yellow for you might have a little something like a step that might be of concern, orange if you are might be a little might be pretty tight, and red is I couldn't do it at all, then make sure to check out the link below and you'll get a one pager absolutely free. They don't have a weight limit. I love rides like Lake Erie Eagles, unfortunately. So Six Flags does not put a weight limit on it, but it looks like most of the Cedar Fair parks do. So there's a weight limit of 340 pounds, and I'm just above that, so I cannot ride it. Monster has a weight limit of 400 pounds per car, so I can get in it by myself, but I wouldn't be able to have someone else in it with me, so let's try it out. You have to be 46 inches or ride with a supervising companion. Trying to figure out how that came down, but the front opens up into a step. That's pretty cool. Alrighty, as you can see, the front just turns into steps. Let's see if I can get in this. Really slide back into this thing. Let's see how it goes once they try to put it up. So as you can see, when it gets pulled up, it's got to come in pretty far. So we were able to get it to lock into place, and I could have ridden, but it was very tight. So no need to be uncomfortable on a ride. If you don't want to ride it, you can always say, hey, you know what? I choose not to. And so that's what I did. So I went ahead and got off before it got started, and glad I did. So technically, it passes the fat test. On to the next one. Next up is Magnum XL 200. You have to be 48 inches tall, may not accommodate guests of a larger size. So I was told that this seat is actually smaller than Maverick, which is a more plus size friendly ride. I couldn't fit on that one, so definitely can't fit on this one. Top Thrill 2 is down for maintenance. They're doing a bunch of testing. So they said they do have a test seat, but unfortunately it's behind the barrier, so I can't get to it. So if they open, and there's a massive line right now, but I'll be able to try the test seat. Corkscrew is also down for maintenance, so we can't test that one. For Himalaya is open. It's 52 inches or less than 78 inches. Or if you're under 52 inches, you can ride with a companion. More than 495 pounds per car. All right, it's one long bench seat and seat belt and bar. Larger person needs to go towards the door, and if you're by yourself, I still recommend sitting towards the door, just because you will get kind of thrown around a little bit. If this is as far as this belt goes, there's no possible way. I've never seen one this short. So I don't know if it's the seat I was in or what, but I've never seen that ride, and I've ridden a ton of that with that short a belt. It's so weird. But unfortunately, it fails the fat test. Unfortunately, Power Tower does not pass the fat test. All right, you have to be between 54 and 78 inches tall. Sir, can you help me with this? It's not gonna fit, I just wanna see how close I am. Yeah. We're ways off, yeah. That's what I thought.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I kind of expected that seat was very tight, so, but that belt was surprising. It was actually worse than I thought, honestly. So it did not pass the fat test. On to the next one. So there's a bunch of rides down, and they have test seats. They just won't let me try the test seat if the ride's not working. I don't understand, but that's the rules. We have another kids area up here. This is all Planet Snoopy. Most of this is all 54 inches and under for little kids. Very similar to the stuff we saw at Kings Island. So we're gonna go on to the boardwalk. Wind seeker is down. Apparently there's high winds. I'm certainly not feeling them. It is miserable out here. But 304 pounds per rider, so it would not pass, and I couldn't try it anyway. All right, next up is the Atomic Scrambler, and it's a weight limit of 510 pounds per car. Regular Scrambler style seats. All we have to do is see if the seatbelt works. No problem whatsoever. The seatbelt fit fine, and this came down. As I expected, traditional Scrambler with a nice long belt. Absolutely no problem whatsoever. On to the next one. Next up is the Matterhorn, which is very similar to Super Himalayas. This one rocks to the side as well. So it's going to be, the weight limit is 510 pounds. So that's fine, but it's going to just depend on how long that seatbelt is. That's the seat. All right, here's the seat. Let's see how it goes. It's free swinging, so it's a little tough. Unfortunately, we're still a good ways off. Usually I don't have any problem on rides like that. But again, unfortunately, the seatbelt's just too short on it. Next up is Calypso, which looks very similar to Fireworks at Holiday World. If you've not watched my review of that, I highly recommend it. All right, looks like it's just a bench seat again with a seat belt and a bar. I could get this one buckled. There we go. I could get this one buckled. It's pretty much at the end. It's tight, so if you're much bigger than me, you're not going to be able to do that. But now, can we get this down? Hey, we got it in there. And it's not too uncomfortable. I do not recommend it. My stomach, it was tight, which I knew it was, but I didn't know it was that tight. Plus, it just, once it started going, I'm in pain. It passes the fat test, but don't do it. Next up is Wild Mouse. You have to be if you're between 42 and 48 inches tall, you have to have a supervising companion. May not accommodate guests of a larger size. I get Chase, he's the head mouse.
Attention riders, hi, Ziggy here. Cell phone use, taking pictures, and filming are prohibited.
Is that gonna work? I don't think that locks.
Scarves and other free-floating clothing are not permitted. Please secure all loose articles.
Unfortunately, we tried a couple of seats, and the bar was down, but they said it wasn't down far enough. So, the Wild Mouse fails the fat test. On to the next one. By the way, real quick, I want to show you guys. So I try to smile for all the videos at least, because I think you should always share a smile, no matter how you feel. Share it with someone else. But this is what happens as this is what happens as soon as the camera goes up. It's so hard. That's me all day. That's all day long. So if you see me like that, that's still me. So the giant wheel would pass the fat test, but you need two people to balance it out, and I don't have a second person, so we're gonna go ahead and skip it, but it is just a bench seat. I was gonna test Dodge'em, but it's 340 pounds per car, and I'm just over that. It's unusual. I don't think I've ever seen a weight limit on bumper cars before, but if it's not there, if you're under that weight, you'll be fine. Troika, I think I'm pronouncing that right. Is that a Ohio thing? Anyway, 330 pound weight limit per car. There is a pendulum swing, and it is down for maintenance, but there is a test seat. You know what?
Not looking good.
I don't think I'm gonna fit in the seat.
Good.
No.
Not a good sign.
This is really interesting. They consider going to the bathroom while you're in line and then returning to the same point to be line jumping, or saving a place for someone in line. All right, it's very strict. Okay, our last fat test is going to be GateKeeper. Apologies, we're not going to get to everything. We're not going to get to all the kiddie rides and all the rides that were down. But I've ridden enough. I'm going to be able to put all that together in the one-pager. Make sure to grab it for free down below. I have a more full guide if you'd like to grab that as well. I am a travel agent. If you want to plan your trip here, Disney, cruises, all-inclusives, whatever you're looking for, I'd love to chat with you, see if I can help you out. There's a link below to fill out a form for that as well. And finally, if you are looking to book large groups for bus trips like schools, churches, etc., make sure to check out Blue Ridge Tours, which is my mom's travel company, down below. Now, let's get to the final fat test. You do have to be between 52 and 78 inches to ride. There's a test seat.
We'll be here tomorrow. Let's try and figure out tomorrow.
It's $12.
Oh, perfect. That's really good. Thank you.
Have a nice night. Thanks for watching, guys. GateKeeper fails the fat test, but I had a great time here at Cedar Point, even though it was so hot. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching. Check out the other videos, and I will see you in the next one. All right, guys, I can't leave Cedar Point, which is famous for its boardwalk games, without one game. So it was $6, one ball. Let's see if we can win. All right. What do we get? What do we get? Pink. What is that?
That's small prize.
Small prize. All right. So the small prize is I get a little pig. I want a pig.